Got my water. Got my paper towels. I need my green stuff. Got that there. Gonna move a window to a place where I can see it better. Just in case somebody decides to chat. There we go. Let's see this. Move this over here. I guess not. Huh. This guy over here. Drop some frames. And we're off to the races. Of course, I'm going to cough again. Wait a second. That's my problem. Boom. Alright. Good evening. Oh, it's been a while. Last time I was painting, I finished up. I don't even know what I finished up. I think it was my mounted Bowman. And I glued this guy's head back on. Because my Rumba decapitated him. I'm going to finish him up so I can put him away. I hope you guys are doing alright. I have not been... I mean, I've been alright, but I haven't been big into doing much lately. That should be good. That's all that guy. So this looks like it's still wrapped in plastic. Anyhow, I think I need a little bit more. There we go. Just like that. I fixed the thing there. Whatever it's got in there, who knows? Frankincense or myrrh. Whatever myrrh is. Anybody know what myrrh is? Put it in the chat. Let me know. I've probably looked it up. Every time I ask the question, I've probably Googled it. And then, of course, I've now forgotten. Again. Whatever the heck that is. I think I need more yellow putty here. What exactly is this stuff? I wonder. After I finish this, I'm going to get started on this guy, which I had. That's not really, I didn't mean to zenithal that guy. I just realized that I'm going to use a lot of light colors on him, so I went ahead and zenithal them, sort of. But I overdid it with the white paint. But luckily when it dried, it looks like it thinned out a little bit. So that's good. And I'm just going to go ahead and paint that sucker up, because my paladin needs his cook, right? I should, at some point, I'm going to need to buy some sculpting tools, because my big fat fingers aren't cutting it. Normally, something like this breaks in my house, and I just get rid of it. But he's part of a set. It's one of the nicer sets that I've got. So I'm trying to save his butt, which I'm fairly confident is what's about to happen here. He's gonna be alright by the time I'm done. Alright. There you go. Got some nice painting tunes in the background. Hopefully I will not get silenced for them. Not sure, depends what YouTube wants to pick up or not. It's pretty old stuff, so it should be safe. But truth is, when I used to hobby as a kid, we'd have all sorts of music playing in the background, and it kind of helps, you know, pass the time as you're working on these things. But when you're trying to stream and you want people to hear what you're saying, it's not so good. You just need something generally around. Should be fine. So that should be fine, and when it dries it'll probably fall right off as it's doing now. Alright. There you go. He is kind of cartoony. This doesn't need to be perfect. But I know I'm not going to wait for the green stuff to dry before I glue it on. And this might be a sacrilege, but it's happening. It's happening right now, guys. Watch. Oh yeah. It just happened. This can go away. Hopefully baby Jesus will appreciate this effort that I'm putting into saving the king here. Now I'm just trying not to waste green stuff. I remember now that I actually had to glue that little handle back on because it came off, so we'll see what happens. There you go. Alright, and I go like this. And once that sucker dries, I'll paint him gold and get him out. How many of you still have Christmas junk out? I put my Christmas stuff away a couple weeks back. Or a few weeks back, but what are we, end of January? Yeah, a couple weeks back. So this is the only thing left to put away, and he's only out because he got busted. So I will let this dry. This is good enough for government work. I'm not going to stand them up because I don't want them to fall over. Put this over here. And I'm going to make a mushroom. I've seen a bunch with the leftover stuff. I'll make me a little mushroom cap. I think I have an extra stick of something somewhere that I could use as a mushroom stem. I think this will work. Well, it sort of worked. I can see where it went. Got it. Sorry about the squeaky chair. I've gotten complaints. but it's the only chair I've got. So it's going to be a pointy mushroom. I think it will. It will be a pointy mushroom. Let's see. I think I'd want to do something like this all over. You know, mushrooms got the little fins. I would think the word is ventricles on the bottom of the cap. For lack of a better word, it's probably not ventricles, but you get the idea. It doesn't look like mush, but I'm sure if I paint it, it'll be a decent mushroom. Who might even go on my next mini. We'll see. I'll leave that there to dry. Now, I had thought about going green with this guy because it kind of, you know, lends himself to be green. And then I thought everybody probably does green. So then I said, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do orange, but I've done orange goblins, and orange is my favorite color for goblins. But I'm not gonna go orange or green. I'm gonna go freaking yellow. It's gonna be a yellow goblin. This is gonna be a really bright mini. I put away all my junk before I cleaned up my work area, so I've got to dig around a little bit for my stuff here. Let's see if I can find it. What colors I want? I want this guy. I want Ushant. Oh, I just fucked. Excuse me. I just killed my mushroom. Oh yeah. This mushroom is not destined to survive. Is he? Yeah, he's alright. He'll be alright. I'm gonna put him in this little box of mine over here, where he won't get lost or crushed. Over here. Let's see what else I got. I need a white. I'm gonna need a white. If I can find my whites. This white scar layer. Why does this white scar look really bad? Or just subtle? Alright. This is Germite white. Wow. I'm starting to wonder. This is that crazy gold that I didn't use. I need a little palette that I had. Here it is. I think I'd clean this or not. Let's see if I can. Okay, this will work. It's like a scratch off, except I don't win millions. That'll be alright. Let's see, the garbage can's right here in front of me, so that's good. Actually been kind of hesitant to paint. Either I've not been in the mood, or I've been in the mood to paint but not in the mood to sit here, given that I'm here all day working at the computer. So sitting more painting is always a mental discussion for me. And I need to pick a brush. Which brush shall I use today? This is one of my favorites, but I feel like I need to go even smaller. Oh, that's me. I like to go small. We'll start with the big one and see what happens. Yeah. Oh, no wonder you can hear the music. I usually have this setting way lower. So you know what? Whatever. If they silence me, they silence me. That's a really bright yellow. And I know because I've used it on my last few minis. So I don't want to go that bright. Look at me going for the small brush already. I need the big brush out. Put these guys over here. Wonder what happens if I mix this light color. I don't even know if this is going to be enough for the whole mini, because this guy's got a wife beater on. I think you get the idea. I still want them to be yellow. Maybe some. I don't even have to really mix it so hard, but I do want to water it down because I want thin layers. So it's been a while since I've painted, guys, and there's a lot of paint on this brush. So boom, do that. And here we go. Just going right in. And of course I already found something I don't like. Okay, good. It's nice and light. It's a nice thin coat, just like I want. Maybe I want some more light over here. This is precisely what I'm looking for. I love it. Doesn't matter. I think we're in business. I think we're in business with my yellow cook. I keep wanting to call him a chef, but somehow my gut tells me this guy did not go to chef school. He's a cook. Any cooks out there, please do not be offended. Not that a cook is any less than a chef, it's just something different. I don't see my guy here doing any foie gras and stuff. He's gonna be a little more diner type fare, if you know what I mean. And again, I am perpetuating a stereotype, I know, but I think it gets my idea or my point across. So again, if you happen to be some kind of cook or chef, please do not be insulted. There we go. Yeah, I gotta be careful how thick this paint goes on. But I don't want it to be too dark on them. I'm gonna try and take advantage of this Anethol undercoating this time around. Because I've done it a few times, but I don't really stick to the game plan. And I end up just covering it all up anyways. So, now this here, I don't picture him with a shirt. I want to say he's shirtless, because it's just that much grosser when you're cooking without a shirt. He's got his apron on, so you know, he's got some sense of, what do you call it, hygiene, right? It's not all bad. I almost want to go grab my big thick Citadel brush now, but I want to get back in here and these dark spots. Yeah, actually I like the way this is looking. Nothing like painting minis with a little bit of good music in the background. At some point I gotta upgrade my equipment here to make better recordings, I know guys, but I don't get paid for this. This is just me having fun, and if you want to hang out, then even more fun for me and hopefully for you. Over here. Get this in here like this. There we go. Boom. Big brush strokes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think this was the right yellow to use. My other yellows are too orange-ish. Put this guy under here. It's a little thick, so let me see if I can make it a little thinner. And the cool thing is, see, I'm starting from the bottom. There you go. Starting from the bottom, now we're here, right? Yeah, I need to get a freaking magnifying glass. I'm starting to get too blind for this shit. So you need to water this down here because I don't want it to mess up what I got going. Alright. Have I kept it in frame enough today? He's got sandals on. Again, probably a code violation. You don't want to be cooking with sandals on. I mean, I'm sure in your house you probably didn't cook barefoot, but they're not doing that at Longhorns. Oh, I can see now. I need to get rid of this. I'm going to come back here and pull some of this extra paint out. And he has shoes on. It's just that his toes are sticking out. So this is a little too watery. I'm gonna have to pull this back. Dial this. Whoops. Dial this back a little bit, like that. Pull up some pigment. Much better. I'll do the same thing here for his other toe, or toes, to be more clear or accurate. And I kind of get to just throw it on because I still got to paint everything that goes over them, so I'll be able to cover up all the boo-boos on my yellow. After the fact. See this? See how that goes on kind of thick? It's not necessarily what I'm looking for. So I kind of want to boom, boom. I don't want to lose the details in the sculpture. So I'll do that. His other leg here. Back here. So I got this mini used. It was given to me as a gift by Rurik, owner of the Silver Dragon, before it shut down. Actually, the reason I got it is because the Dragon was shutting down and he was clearing out the place and I happened to be there, and this guy was in a pile of minis he didn't want. So I got him. And I thought it was kind of neat. Something real different from what I have in my collection. I do not know how old he is or from what game he is. I think he's pretty sure he's Gamer's Workshop, but I don't know any details about this guy. I'm not sure I want to put much more yellow on this. I think I want to let the underpainting come through, which means I need to be very careful what I do next, because I'll lose it, which is what happens to me on my other minis. So I put so many coats on that at the end of the day you don't get the advantage of the zenithal. So I'm gonna do that like that. I think that's gonna do the trick. There is something else I want to do, a red wash on this yellow, because in my head I think that contrast will work really well, and we'll find out in a minute if I get that far tonight. But I think at the rate of speed, that's where all the detail is in his backpack. See, now what I've done is I've messed this up because I know that it should be darker back here. So I'm gonna pull some of this paint off that I laid on the back leg here, so that the primer can come through. And that's my base coat of his flesh tone. right? It's really severe shadows happening here. He's got a lot of texture, so we'll see how that works. One thing I didn't do that I normally do is paint the eyes first. So now I've kind of hosed myself here because I like painting the eyes first so that I can get in after the fact. So now I'm going to have to get super careful and creative and do his eyes. Wow, 30-minute mark already. Let's see. I think I want red eyeballs. Or black. Maybe black would be better. But I can see that getting in there is gonna be a mess. I really messed myself up by not doing the eyes first. But I think I want black eyes, because if I give them, oh no, if I give them red eyes, it's just all the more crazy. This chef or cook, this crazy cook. Let's see how bad I mess this up, guys. Okay, that was luck. I'm not even gonna show you yet. But that eye is done with one shot. I haven't had a score like that in a while, so I'll take it. Now this guy, I'm not feeling as lucky. There's like a little bend in my brush tip. And of course, I have too much liquid on the brush. So now he's got a bleeding eyeball. We'll see if we can save it. I think I have saved it. Give me a second. I know this is not my smallest brush. Where the heck is... Where's my tiny brush? Alright. Let me see something. I guess that is my tiny brush. I thought I had a tinier brush. I do. Right here. Yeah. See? I messed up. Should have used that guy. So right now I gotta use my tiny brush to fix my goof ups here. Got some water. I'm gonna get this boo-boo out. And this boo-boo here. That's not good. I'm gonna get some more yellow. Let's see. There you go. It's not the prettiest thing, but he's not the prettiest guy. I think this is an ugly goblin chef or cook, but he's a good guy. He's like a nice guy. He's just terrible, terrible. You know, I don't know how to explain it. So there's that. Then there's his, I think I need more yellow on his belly over here. So this is starting to dry. Much better. That looks more like skin. I think what happened when I did the white spray paint is that it sputtered on them, and then as a cure for the sputtering, I shook that can for a while, but I didn't clean the nozzle. I actually came in closer, which then just piled on the paint, so I kind of overdid it, but I think we're gonna get past that with this little guy. Plus I wanted to put white paint on him because I knew that his chef gear, his apron and stuff was going to be white. But before I paint that, I got to paint his shorts. And I think his shorts are going to be either a blue jeans color or even better, purple. What's this? This is not purple, but it's a nice blue. Yeah, I think blue jeans. I think that's what's happening. Hey, somebody's watching. Yeah, well, hello, good evening. Happy Saturday night. Hope you're doing well, and they're gone. That's okay. If you do join and watch, feel free to send a message on the chat. This is a good song. Alright, let's see. We're gonna do this light blue here for his shorts, because I think it will contrast well with his flesh tones. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. A lot of my guys wear jeans, even though jeans probably did not exist in the era that this fellow was meant to be, right? No dungarees back in the Middle Ages or Dark Ages. Let's see. Huh? I messed that up. Notice that when you thin the paints like this, the layering of the color is interesting. There's going to be parts of this mini I'm not going to be able to get to because it was pre-assembled. It's not necessarily a bad thing, which is one of the reasons why I went with black primer in the beginning. But I just feel like could have been better. Hey, whoever's watching is back. Feel free to put something in the chat. Let me know who you are, because I haven't set any of that stuff up yet. And whoever you are, I hope you're doing good, and maybe you're painting your own minis. And if you're not, well, thanks for watching this totally boring channel. the Unprofessional Painting channel. I appreciate it. Last video we uploaded was a D&D game with me and a few of my old buddies from back in the day. We hang out once a year and play D&D, but now we're playing D&D over the internet. I figured it'd be a good, quite a few funny and stupid guys, so somebody out there might want to listen to our nonsense. Yeah. Oh, they keep coming and going, whoever's watching. I don't know how that works. But here we go. That's interesting. His belly goes right over his belt. That's fine. We're gonna do missing the back of his. Let's see what we got here. Back of his shorts, right above his calf. Missed that spot. I got a piece here. There you go. He's got a lot, 2 colors on him already. Technically 4, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and do his shoes. Let's see. What color are his shoes? That looks like a good brown. This is not gonna work. Heck no, not those. So far it looks like this. Oops. Not gray, that's for sure. That's too dark. That's too brown. I'm not gonna be confident. Alright, we're going with this guy. Let's shake him up a little bit. Let's see if we can get you a good look at what's going on here with our little goblin so far before I start shaking. No. It's the make it focus trick again. If I come over here, what if I do this? There we go. Moving the light did the trick. I don't know if you can see his eyes. Yeah, at some point what I'm going to do is, it's messed up because it focuses on it and then it just goes away. There you go. How do you like that? I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to keep painting. That's it. Let me shake up his the color for his sandals or slash shoes. Oh, I think I can close. Oh no, I can't close that. All right. Not bad for 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm really happy with this yellow skin though. Let's see. So I might need to water this down a little bit more. Let me see, yeah, a little bit more. There we go. I need that yellow light over here again. So I noticed when I painted the round parts of skeletons way back, those are the guys on the banner on my channel, the way thinning the paints over a white primer. This is before they came up with the those new contrast paints from GW, which I don't have any of, and I'm pretty sure they're awesome. But I was kind of doing something like that, kind of to the effect of what I'm doing here now, and I just found it to be a nice finish. I certainly didn't invent any of this. These are just things that I figured out on my journey back to my hobby, right? And it's been a fun journey. Truth is, I think, aside from a few repairs that I need to make, I might be almost done with all the minis that I owned as a kid that I needed to paint. Of course, those ogres I primered a while back, I think I'm going to end up painting those for Gabe. Unless he specifically tells me not to. Gabe, if you're watching, let me know. I get mixed messages. I'm not sure if he wants to paint them. I know he's not going to paint them. He never has time. That I'm aware of anyways. He gets a lot of wargaming in, more than I do though. That's one thing I don't have time for lately. So, because I used to go to the game shop at the end of the day to wind down, and most of the events happen in the morning and stretch on into the day, so I don't get a lot of that going on. I'm actually really happy with these. I'm glad I painted them white. Yeah, when I'm in a Rumba, mama. You know what I might do? I might switch my painting channel to Spanish. What do you guys think? Is that something you'd be interested in? Probably not. Yeah, I can't get... I think I'm going to leave that mostly black on the bottom there. This is going a lot faster than I anticipated. Maybe it's the music. Alright, let's see. Come over here. Alright, let's see. And he's an interesting figure because of his pose. I wasn't sure how to glue that arm. The arm with the cleaver was not attached when I got him. And I couldn't figure out a way to... the best... This is what I came up with, is the pose he's got now. He's almost in a hopping / dancing position. But he's on 1 foot on the ground. Nothing else touches the floor on this mini, which is not a common thing in the minis that I've seen. This is a slotted base, so and he said basically a tab for a slot, not really a slot. So gluing them in place was interesting, and then filling the slot on the base was annoying, to say the least. At some point I'll get some milliput, which would probably help with that in the future. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Alright. I feel like the light washes out the mini and you can't see what I'm doing, but I need it. If I don't have that light, I can't see what I'm painting. So, and then that's gonna mess it up, right? He's got this here. I need a little dab over here. Do I have color? I do have some color left on here, so I'll just take that. Go like this. Go like that. Yeah, dude. This guy rocks. Check it out. I don't even think I switched to my old camera angle. If I do this, it gives me focus. Give me focus. There we go. Check out those shoes. Check out those kicks, man. Those are aerated. Yeah. Aerated kicks. Alright. Got his ripped shorts on, he's got his aerated kicks on. It's time to paint up his apron. Actually, yeah, apron first, hat, rope, and then this thing, his backpack, is gonna be the 1, 2. That's where all the stuff is at. Is there a creature? There's a creature there. Look at that. I love it. I forgot about that. There's a little lobster hanging off the side of his pot. So that's going to be fun to paint. Alright, let me get my white. This is going to be white. It's going to be thinned out. I don't know if it's going to be white scar or... This is a base and this is a layer. I'm going to use layer. I'm not going to use a base. I'm going to clean my brush. It's an hour in and this mini's got a lot of color on him already. I'm actually really happy with this progress. I think once I get the white on, we'll see how I feel. If I'll be done for the night or not. Actually, haven't eaten in a while, so got hungry. Yeah, I guess gotta mix them up good. Alright. Just gonna make sure this is clean. You know what? I'm gonna probably wanna make sure this is clean. Because you know how white is, right? Can't keep anything white in this house. pull it back a little bit so you guys can see better, because I have a tendency of coming off the camera, so I kind of want to do that. Put this guy over here. I can dig it. Let's see what happens. Start at the tippy top. Get some light up here. So my white doesn't seem to be clean. May not be an issue. I don't think it's a white, I think it's my brush. Where's my brush cleaner? Here's my brush cleaner. I still have too much brown in this paint. Yeah, I can see it on the soap here. I mean, don't get me wrong, this guy's definitely not going to have clean whites. But I want to start with clean whites, right? I'm going to clean the dirt off of this. Alright. So I got a nice layer coming over like this. Coming over like this. It's kind of reddish, I can tell. But I also have to be careful because I have yellow paint that I need to clean off. This needs to be shaken a little more. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of need to come in and go like this. And like that. That's good. That's good. Come around the back. Get the back of his hat. That is barely visible. There you go. You can still see the primer come through, but it kind of makes a shadow, which is the intent, right? So I'm kind of happy with that. Just gotta get that hard transition from skin to hat. Without pooling a bunch of liquid on the mini. And I think I've got it here. Yeah, I do. So now I can actually come in and do this. Come here like this. This goes up into his neck. He's chubby, so his fat covers the cloth. So one of the things that happened is there we go. Yeah, that's much better. Don't want the layer to be too thick. I want that shade to come through, so I'm just making sure I cover up the boo-boos. Like so. Smooth out the surface. There you go. There you go. I'm digging this. Nope, that's gonna be hard to get to. Let's get this over here. Close that up so it doesn't dry on me. See if I can reach under here. I think I got it. Oh, did you see my hand slip? I sure did. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna have to paint the bottom of that thing. And it's gonna be like this. Yeah, that's it right there. Alright, oh, Goblin chef, I keep saying chef, cook. Goblin cook. You know what, let's name him, she's gonna be Chef Samsey. Instead of Ramsey, he's gonna be Chef Samsey. How's that? He can be mean. He doesn't look too happy here anyways. I'm gonna get that blue back out wherever I put it. See if I can fix a little boo-boo I did there. Kind of got out of line right over here. Oh yeah, that worked. Alright, cool. And then what else can we do on this guy tonight? I want to do those ropes. I need a rope color. That's another thing I wanted to do to him, which is I was going to paint the underside of his chin a different color. I'm still debating that. It was going to be a lighter color, but we'll see. First, I'm going to get me a rope color. I think this is my rope color right here. That's the other yellow I was talking about. I don't think these two would have been as good as the yellow he is now. I think the yellow he is now is just awesome. Yeah. 9:30, man. No wonder I'm hungry. Haven't eaten in a bit. I think I'm going to use this guy. Is he dirty? It looks like it's dirty. It's amazing I still have any of this color paint left. I've freaking used this on all kinds of stuff. It was one of the first paint bottles I got. And it was the only brown I had, so I'd mix it with other colors to make different browns, which is cool. But I used a lot of this paint color. So this is the ropes that keep that kettle on his back on there. And picking this color is a little, like, I'll have to go over it with something later, because his yellow skin, you want to have that contrast so you can see these details. And it's there, but I think I can make it pop a little more during the wash phase of this guy. He's got a piece of rope going under his neck there. It comes over here. Let's see. You can see where the rope is tied into a knot here. So I'm going to get some more pigment on here. Like that. And I need enough to differentiate from the yellow of his flesh. I think I'm accomplishing that, but it's close. So now I think I've gotten too opaque with the color, which means I need to do this and this, and perhaps pull some off. Yep, that worked. Sucked it right up. Whoa! Don't go falling on me, buddy. You're balancing there on one leg. He's got skills. Anybody watching the Heat game? Who's winning? Is it Orlando or is it the Heat? Alright. Boom, 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 boom. These are my painting sound effects. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. This rope is going right under his ear. And under his arm. Look at that. Nice. I like it. But wait, there's more. He used the same rope as a belt. And it goes under his gut. So it kind of starts here. He tied it into a knot here. It hangs down this way. And this way. Over here. And then like this. And some more color on here. He's just letting that swing out there. You know, that's what happens when you're using rope for a belt. Ask the monks. They know. The monks know. Take this guy and come on over here. Boom. Love it. Missed a spot here. He's wrapped this rope around himself twice. That's how he knows he's not that fat. He's able to wrap the rope around himself twice. Can't be that big if he can do that. Never mind the length of the rope. There we go. Oh, it's funny, I didn't use the same color. That's right, I'm not going to use the same color as the shoes because the shoes are their own thing. Got that going, got that going. I can paint the cleaver handle. Looks very modern, right? The cleaver handle does. So does this fork. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be black. No, it's not gonna be black. It's gonna be wood. I'm gonna take a quick break and grab something to drink. Be right back. While I'm gone, I'll do a little close-up of him here. You can see my little guy. Pretty sure I have water over here. I am back. I don't want to use that. And instead of a black, I'll use a really dark brown that I used the other day. It's almost black. I think it'll do the trick. Yep. This stuff is thick. This is a black brown, right? Let's bring the camera back out. I'm gonna do like this. It's so dark I don't want to, if I get this on the yellow I'm hosed. Right? So I'm gonna try and avoid getting this on the man's hands. It will be difficult, to say the least. But we don't do this because it's easy, we do it because it's fun, right? It's funny because this dark color dries quickly. Yes, I wanted in that little hole there, get that detail down. I get it around here. You know what I see? I see that the sculptor went through the trouble of showing how the metal of the blade, the tane, goes through the handle. I believe that's the word, the tane. So I'm going to use that to my advantage in some spots here. There you go. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Let me go back here. Come in like this. Get in there like that. Push some paint around. Show it who's boss. And now I got some spot here that will be very difficult to get color on, but I can do it. Watch this. So my brown dries so quickly this particular brown apparently dries super quick. It's also interesting because when you put it in the water, it's kind of like a deep red purple. So I think it's an umber, maybe. Now there's this brush right now is super loaded. I gotta be careful. Yeah. And then here he kind of does this. I come here and do this. And I'm happy with that. I round this bend here and come down. Get this end over here and over here. Kind of fill it in like this. Don't forget the bottom, guys. Don't want to forget the bottom. If you can get to the bottom. Let's see if I can get in here. Might have to come in at an angle like that. Yeah, that worked. And then come over here. That's the back that I missed. Now the top here, there's a spot here I can't get to. Or not yet anyways. Let's see if I can do it now. I might have to hide that with a wash because I can't get in there. It's one of my tricks. If I can't get in a deep place, I just fill it full of dark wash and turn it into a shadow that no one will ever see. Now right here I have just painted over his hand, which is something I did not want to do, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. And I just kept this around, it actually worked. Awesome. So, since that worked, I'll go back and clean the handle. Perfect. That's going to be metal. I got to do the handle on the fork, which will be the same color. This guy's ready for war, right? He's got all his accoutrements, or utensils, right? Literally utensils. Alright, so this is gonna be like so. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna get in the thumb over here, around here, and then boom. Pretty sure I can get this like this. There we go. So, what did I say his name was? Chef Samsey instead of Ramsey. He's cussing at the party, telling them they're not eating right. Alright, let's see. There's a spot here I gotta get. I don't know if you can see it, but I gotta get in here. Yeah, there's no camera that I could have angled this into for you to have seen what I just did. But I'm sure you get the idea. I need some more of this brown. There you go. I think this is a little heavy in color, but I'm gonna have to be careful because I don't want this to run onto my bright yellow hand. That's my main concern here. I can tell you, for a goblin, his cooking stuff equipment's not bad. This guy takes his work seriously. There's a spot between his thumb and his fingers I gotta get, and I think I've just got it. Yep. And there's a spot on the back of the fork. Boom. Done, as far as that's concerned. Let's see, that paint is so dark, I'm going to use the brush shampoo. What is this called? Brush cleaner and preserver. Let's see if, yeah, see that dark paint stays on there. It'll be hard to get it off. Plus I want to preserve my brush. Right. The funny part is I got more white paint on this brush than that dark stuff. Like that. Like that. I didn't know that was there. I think I'm not going to use a metal color on this thing. I think I'm going to use the gray. Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I just paint over my gray again? Mechanicus standard gray. That's going to be that cleaver. Because I'll use metal on the back. Yeah, I think once I do the cleaver and the fork, I might do a base coat on the backpack and call it a night. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So if you want to see what that looks like, move the light out of the way. Yeah, oh, sort of. My goodness. There you go. There we go. Got the eyeballs, got his shoes done, got the white done, his belt is done, handles on his handheld utensils are done. You know, this guy, so far, so good. I'm gonna go with the bigger brush, this one. Give me a big glob of gray, put it right there. Close that sucker up. And I want to water this sucker down. There we go. Bring my light back so I can see what I'm doing. And here goes nothing. Ready? There you go. Get that bubble out of there. Yeah, I think it works. Okay, gonna try to hide that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Or not. As soon as I said I'd leave it alone, I jammed my brush in there. So my rubber without a clue. Here we go. There we go. I want to get some of the solid gray here to do that tang that we were talking about earlier, but this might be too thick of a brush. Or not. It is too big of a brush for the tang. I'll get the tang with my little brush. Right. Even this sucker out. Go in there like this. You know, one of the other reasons I haven't been painting is I always want to get some exercise in. So I'll go out for like a 7-8 mile ride thinking I'm going to come back and sit down and paint. And I'm feeling good. I can do it. But as soon as I take a shower, that's it. I don't want to sit down and paint. I just want to chill. I mean, painting is chill for me, but it's a different kind of chill. So, but you know, you gotta get your exercise in, or else, period. So that's what I do. You know, you gotta divide up your time and what's important. And I have just as much fun riding my bike as I do painting. Tell you the truth. Maybe don't tell anyone. I might even have some more fun. It's a different kind of fun. Right? Different kind of fun. Different things happening. I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cover that up with some what do you call it? Ink wash. Let's get this fork painted. That's too much paint on my brush, but I'm gonna water the sucker down like so. I'm just gonna go from the handle up. It'll give me my gradients that I want. See that? You can see it right through the paint. Which I want. I gotta come over here. This is the part where I wish I was right-handed. See? That's not necessarily how I wanted that to go down. I'm sure it will be fine though. You know I'm painting that skillet back there black, right? Because that's going to be an iron skillet. The spoon will be, the ladle will be a metal or a wood. A spoon some kind of silver. That giant canister is going to be silver, that's for sure. Not can, what do you call it? Pot. Alright. And my think this is as far as I'm gonna go today. And then I'll hit up this guy next go around. So I'll probably finish this guy in 3 sittings. This is sitting number 1. His eyeball has gotten dry. I can go back in and mess with that. But yeah. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. Have fun tomorrow with the big games coming. And I'll talk at you later.